In this video, we are going to master modules in Mail and Deploy. You will learn what modules are, how to use them, and how they can help you make your work more efficient. By the end of this video, you will have some practical examples and ideas that you can apply in your own projects. Let's go straight into the examples. The first thing we need to understand is, where do we find modules? We find them here. I prepared a few examples, and this is what they look like. Another place where you can create modules is directly in the designer. These modules are then local to the report. Normally, I recommend creating modules for anything that you want to reuse. This is why I usually work with general modules. This video will help you understand how to use them and give you some ideas for your own use cases. Let's go through some examples. This first example is one that I created myself with the help of ChatGPT. The modules are written in visualbasic.net. It is called Format Large Numbers. The idea was simple. If a number is very large, I wanted to display it using billions. If it was smaller, I wanted to display it using thousands instead. Another module that I find extremely useful is this one. I use it in almost every environment I work with. It is very small but very powerful. It is called getRange. Okay, let's move on to the fun part. Let's ask ChatGPT. The first example we are going to create is called Limit Text. The goal is to truncate text to a specific number of characters and then append something at the end. You simply describe what you need, like this, then you copy and paste the result. That's it. So why would we need a truncate text function? Sometimes you have tables where the cell contents are very long and the text does not fit nicely into your Word document. In those cases, you want to shorten the text. You want something similar to what Click does, where it adds 3 dots at the end. By the way, this functionality is coming soon. It is available in version 3.6.3, and there is already an example and documentation available for it. However, if you are not ready to upgrade yet, you can simply copy and paste this module into your environment. Another example I asked ChatGPT for was, create a function that makes the first letter uppercase in every word of a sentence. There is already a function called title case. This one is really useful because it automatically changes every word so that the first letter is uppercase. Another useful example is, convert an Austrian formatted date into an American formatted date. For this one, I do not even need to ask ChatGPT because we already know what kind of function we need. This can be especially useful when working with expressions. For example, if you want to display the value of a variable or format a KPI, you might need something like this. Tables are already handled using the culture settings, so that part is already solved. However, when you display an individual KPI, this module can be very helpful. In this example, we have 3 variables: a very long text, a text containing only lowercase letters, and an Austrian formatted date. We also have a number, and then we apply the Format Large Numbers function. You simply call the function like this: Format Large Numbers. The value is then displayed with the desired formatting. Let's run it. As you can see, the result is quite self-explanatory. This is just a small brainstorming session of the kinds of things you can use modules for. There you go, the US format. That is the title. This text was truncated. Now I want to show you one of my favorite examples, getRange. Something like, for I equals 1 to 10, next I. Many people have used something similar at some point. This module simulates exactly that. It creates a range from 1 to 10, stores the value in I, and then displays I. That is why we see the numbers 1 to 10. For example, when you are testing something and asking, is it really taking that long? You can use getRange to create multiple reports one after another for testing purposes. You can also use it when you want to send emails one after another. It is a very handy function for testing. And that's it for this introduction to modules. Thanks for watching.